Good evening, everyone. My name is Sidnitra Christine Bates. I am your infinite muse, and uh, the reason why it's so dark is because I am about to go to bed. I went live this morning on Instagram, and I just felt like I had to come on YouTube because this is what I started. I promised myself, I this is me showing up for me. This is me keeping my word to and for me. And why am I here? Why does the Infinite Muse with Sidnitra Christine Bates channel exist? It exists because I am learning in incredible ways to create an abundant life doing what I love, to create an abundant life doing what I love. And I love being creative. I love expressing myself through writing and color and beauty and art and artistry. I am an author. I am promoting my newest book, Petals of Discovery, The Fire Within, Volume 1. It is a poetry book. It is a compilation of free verse poems or free verse poetry from 2019 to 2023. So that's a whole 4 years of consciousness that I am on the other side of. It's a beautiful work. It's a beautiful body of work. I am proud of what Spirit has done through me, and I'm ready for the next level. The scriptures talk about going from glory to glory. Uh, when we have completed a portion of our journey, we get to graduate and move on to another part of our evolving, and we continue to do that until we go on to the great beyond. And so I have a lot more time because I have a lot more purpose to achieve while I'm yet here. So I am very, very excited. So the Infinite Muse channel is a very intentional one. Again, I am showing up for me. I am being an example of what it looks like to show up for yourself, to keep your word. And my intention is to go live. I'm building up my muscles, my social media muscles by going live. I have no issues with doing videos, but it was that going live, making the time to go live. I do look forward to being on longer, and then inviting others to come on. So I believe that's how you really start to grow your channel is through the live. I've been on YouTube for years now, but just kind of putting my videos out there. But I am excited about Infinite Muse. And so Muse is an acronym, and each letter stands for whatever it is that I desire to speak on. And this morning was kind of a carryover from last night. If you didn't uh, get a chance to be with me live, you can catch the replay. And by all means, and I hear YouTubers do this all the time, follow, subscribe, like the videos. It does something to the algorithm to help more people to experience the content. So I'm inviting you to come along this journey with me. And yeah, we can do some really good stuff together. Alrighty, so subscribe, like, follow, all of that good stuff. Um, but tonight, just for the next few minutes, because it's almost April the 5th, I wanted to share an experience. And so this week, we're doing all M's. And then next week, we'll do U's. And then the week after that, we'll do S's. And then the week after that, we'll do E's. So I was on my way home from work. I got on the train and I work in a school. And one of the students that I have oversight of saw me. And she was very excited to see me. And I was very excited to see her. So I waved at her. She was with a family member. And so the train was kind of full. And so, her family member, she was holding on. So everybody that had just gotten on with us, we were all standing. So you kind of have to hold on. And so, I told her, I said, well, hold her hand so she can, while you're holding on to the rail, she can hold on to you. And so we just kind of chit chatted and talked about her birthday coming up, all, just doing what we do. And she said, because she saw me and she said, look, it's my teacher. It was really cute. And so there were, I believe, others that attend the same school. Now, these were older young ladies. And of course, they were talking amongst themselves. And all of a sudden, I heard some language. And recognizing that there was a smaller person present, I simply said, ladies, and just kind of gave them that, I'm a mature woman, so I kind of gave them that, just no judgment, but just be mindful. Look. And one of the young ladies is about maybe 7 or 8. And one of the young ladies, she looked at me and she said to her friend, watch your language. So that was, good peer review and feedback. And the young lady that said the language smirked and laughed and proceeded to continue her conversation with the language. And I stepped completely back. I did my part. There was no reflection on me, so I didn't have to continue to engage to prove a point. And I just happened to look up and I saw one of our kings that were riding the train with us that day at the same time. And I saw the look on his face. And he kind of looked up at me and he just shook his head. And while these young ladies are not my children, they're not even students that I interact with on a regular basis. There was still a level of parental, to see I'm a mom and a grandma. And it was something that just kind of sat in my emotional house. And I had to take some onus, uh, meaning at what point did our children stop being respectful and mindful when adults would check them? You all know full well that we wouldn't have even imagined saying some of the words and the language that we hear now around adults. Certainly not around adults with gray hair. just not happening. And so I had to say, as one of the elders that was present, at what point did we what can we do now? Because we can't do anything about the past. But what can we do now? Because the M for this moment was manners. Teaching manners. Thank you. You're welcome. I appreciate it. And even in the technology world, I am noticing more of an assumption that if you send, for me, if I send a message, there is a reasonable expectation that I would get at least an acknowledgement back. I'm not talking about romantic encounters when you're either getting ghosted or somebody's trying to tell you something. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about just plain old, ordinary send a text or an email. I'm noticing more and more, even in the professional world, even in different communities, that there's not a response. And I'm asking myself, when did manners start to fade from just being on the planet, from the experience of just being on the planet? So that's something that I will be working on. That's something that I will be holding in consciousness. Manners, because it showed up in my house. It showed up in my universe. So that means there's something that I need to do about it. I need to go within, make sure that I am responding, make sure that I'm being mindful and respectful wherever, with everyone. Have that expectation for my children and grandson, and show up with that expectation wherever I am, and continue to hold that vision that the experience of having good manners is not lost on this generation. Will you hold the vision with me? Let's hold the vision of respectful and appropriate manners, not just with our young people, because our young people are learning it from somewhere, but with everyone on the planet. Yes. Thank you. You're welcome. Excuse me. My apologies. Will you? Manners. That is your muse for today. Manners. I am Sidnitra Christine Bates, and I am your infinite muse. I'm showing up for myself. God bless you, and we'll see you soon.